Hey guys, and welcome back to Arcane Assist. This time around, it's myself and John, and we're getting some trolls and SKORNE in like the good old days. And we've brought some different lists. I mean, John's you've probably seen around the internet a little bit, at least at this point. It won an event or something. I don't know. You were telling me about it. You tell them about it now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won the finished Masters. It's at Grim1 lists 4 huge bases. Grim1, my home bycaster, Runebearer, Sea King, Hooch, double War Wagon, Braylen, Feralgeist, Minstone with normal Elder, Min Lookouts, and the Thumper crew, and it's in Crow Company. So it's going to be a little fun. Yeah, it's 4 huge bases. I've played it a few times. It's not my style with Grim, but it's actually a really fun list to play.
All right, and the list I've brought is Xerxis2, one of my favorite casters in the game. I have just picked him back up again after having a bit of theory crafting with this particular list, actually. So let's just hop right into it. So Xerxis2, 2 Basilisk Kreas for free, thanks to Imperial Warhost. A free Agonizer as well, thanks to the same theme. Bronzeback, Gladiator, Sentry, and an Archidon is the rest of the battle group. So it's a fairly battle group heavy list. I mean, it is an Imperial Warhost, so it's what you could expect. But we're bringing some Titans back. I think Titans are very strong with Xerxis 2. He solves their speed 4 problem. He makes them hit super hard, and he gives them some really good tricks with like rapport on a Bronzeback, which solves your control area issue because you don't have to worry about countercharging out of control, stuff like that. I also have 2 Siege Animantaraxes, which are fantastic. So the thing about Derp Turtles in this list, like every list, they're super fast. They hit ridiculously hard. In this list, they can also have access to Ignite, so they're POW 20 on their tail attack, as well as POW 17 on the mount and +2 on the spears as well, because it's to damage rolls, not to strength. And then the guns under the feet are just ridiculous because Sign's Importance is amazing. So yeah, that's basically the point of the list. You have some range support with the turtles, going deep, and then in the as the second wave, you have 3 heavy war beasts that are ridiculously hard to kill because you have an Agonizer and Kreas. And it's great. Swamp Guy Chef, because I had a point, and then double min beast handlers. Typically, you would go with the single max beast handlers with a double turtles list, but I have far more war beasts in this list than you do in the Resheth version, so we're taking double min because you need the fury management, you need all of the whips you can get, so we have them. And that's it. That's the lists. So let's just hop right into the game. So here's the table. As you can see, there are 7 huge bases on it, with a Sea King, 2 War Wagons, a Hooch, 2 Turtles, and Xerxis. So yeah, it's going to be a game. It's going to be a game. We're playing Breakdown, I believe is the scenario name. Sure, we'll go with it. John, tell us a little bit about your very quick deployment.
It's standoff. But
standoff,
okay.
Whatever.
Scenario
names.
Yeah, it's okay. They'll be changed after this weekend.
Yeah, whatever.
So yeah, basically Grim's in the middle of the table, Hooch, Sea King, War Wagon top left, and then we have the Thumper crew, Stones, Braylen, and another War Wagon bottom right. My plan is to send everything up the middle of the board first turn. War Wagon flanks right. Braylen hopefully controls the bottom zone or contests the zone as much as possible. I have a Feralgeist top left. He'll be chilling in the top zone hopefully to stop you from scoring. I don't have many units, so I just got to rely on hopefully getting a feed off pretty quick and scoring 2, and then going from there.
Sounds good. So my deployment's a little strange. So I've got Xerxis and a turtle right up next to each other. On the top side of the turtle, I have a unit of beast handlers and an Archidon and a Krea. On the bottom side, I have some beast handlers as well. They're going to be on the outside of the turtle because they're mostly focusing on the turtles in the early game, and then in the late game they're going to come in and be next to the beasts where they need to be. Beasts going to go in a nice little brick in the middle here with a Krea and an Agonizer, And we're going to pressure the bottom zone pretty hard with a turtle. It's going to have a Krea, and I think the only thing that John can reasonably get near there are the cannon and the Hooch, which can't do much to a turtle under Force Aura. So I'm pretty confident that I can hold this bottom zone pretty well, as much as the only thing that can score it is actually the Beast Handlers. And then the rest of my list is kind of go on the top side of this building and have to deal with 3 huge bases somehow. We'll figure it out. So what's your plan on turn 1, John?
Run. It's pretty straightforward. I run up the board. I rile the Sea King to max. And I just run. Grim drops 5 in the stone and runs. Debate about walking, running. Sea Turtle can get to me. But I'm defense 20 if I just run and go behind that wall. And I decide that after a few talking, I'm like, defense 20 is fine. Let's do it.
We talked about it and it was like, wait, I need boxcars to hit. This is not a thing.
Yeah, but you get 3 dice.
If I feat.
Right? So it's possible. I need 12s.
It's 3 dice dropping 1.
Yeah.
So I need
it's possible. So the next thing is up. Everything runs. Stone's full. Stone walks and pops the aura, so it's still full, getting everything in the aura. The can crew charges. This is what it does first couple turns. It charges until it can start shooting things. Yeah, things just run. Like, my following turn, if I'm going first, I tend to get bottom of 2, top of 2 feet with Grim. Especially in this scenario, if I can lock him out of my zone, that's an easy point for me on his turn. And then I can score another one on my turn. And it just leads to like a scenario pressure really hard. With this list, I feel like you can get scenario pressure quick, but the problem is if you lose a huge base or 2, you're losing that scenario pressure like tenfold. So I gotta play cautious because definitely one of his war beasts can one round a Sea King or anything on the table.
Yeah, so I start off with just both Beast Handler units. They whip the turtles and heal them. So they're both at 3 tokens. Basic SKORNE start. Make your turtles angry. Then pet them a bit so that they feel better, and then send them off. So the plan here is basically pressure John in places that I will have an advantage. Those places include anywhere on the table but the Sea King, basically. So, like, I'm going to place the Archidon behind that forest. Hooch can come at it. I'm okay with trading an Archidon for a Hooch. The Siege Turtles are going to stay out of threat range of the Sea King, and they're going to keep their Beast Handlers pretty far back. I mean, the Beast Handlers have already activated, so they're still in my deployment zone. I'm basically just going to stay out of threats, except out of the War Wagons, because I don't think the War Wagons can actually do anything to me. So, yeah, not going to bother with that. So I'm going to move this bottom turtle in such a way that he has both a shield guard available from the Sentry if I need it, and that both of them are in Force Aura from a Krea. So he's pretty aggressive. He's up there. He can threaten the Hooch. He can threaten the cannon crew with his gun. He can threaten Braylen. All of the things. Archidon flies behind a forest. Come at me, Hooch. Also going to move this Krea in such a way that the turtle will be able to get in the aura and stay out of threat range of the Sea King. Just walks around his Beast Handlers because I played a little bit wonky. Still learning the list. I mean, I've played a good couple of games with it, and I think it's strong and has game, but still getting the nuances of the positioning down. So there goes the Krea and the turtle. And we're just measuring the threat range of the Sea King. He can go far, far, far. So I'm going to back up a little bit.
Yeah, Sea King threatens 14 with Grim's gun.
Yeah. So the rest of the battle group's just going to walk up. I don't need them to be very far forward already because I know next turn they're not going to be able to threaten anything because John's probably going to feat and catch most of them. So I'm just going to move them up a little bit and then prepare them to be in position for turn 3 as opposed to turn 2 because turn 2 I'm not going to get anything anyway. Xerxis walks up, stays fairly far back, toes into a Force Aura so guns aren't going to hurt him, and he puts up Ignite onto the topmost Siege Turtle, and he puts Rapport onto the Bronzeback. Now, I really like Rapport on the Bronzeback as much as it only gives him +1 to his mat, because as I talked about earlier, he can't countercharge out of your control range if he has Rapport. or at least he's not likely to. And then later, if you really need the mat bonus, I don't against John's list because it's all huge bases, then I can swap it over to a Gladiator. Gladiator with Rapport is also fantastic. But yeah, that's the gist of my turn 1. What's the plan for turn 2 here?
I want to kill that Archidon. So cute little tech. A lot of people have been talking about online is using the Sea King's Animus, which is Vortex of the Deep, and basically it pushes models within 2 inches of the model directly hit towards it in the enemy in the order you choose.
It's like a mini non-damaging Hellmouth.
Correct. And it's AoE 4. So
yeah.
It's pretty sweet. So my plan here is hopefully to pull the Archidon within 2 inches closer so the Sea King can charge it, because the Sea King can't currently see it because it's behind the forest. So I want to try to pull it either into the forest or beside the forest and have my Sea King charge it to kill it as my Sea King's towing the zone as everything's under Grim's feet.
See, when you ambushed here, I thought what you were going to do was just go and kill all of my Beast Handlers.
I thought of that as well, but I want to get a 2-inch reach with the Sea King as well onto the Archidon, because I feel like I just need all the attacks just lately. I feel like everything needs a hit. So my plan is to measure everything out. Grim's going up. Want to make sure I proxy this out, make sure everything's in 14. That spot I don't get 2 Orbeez, which is kind of scary in this list because they're still friggin' 13 and 12.
Yeah, so the Sentry has reach, so it threats 13. As much as it's only Fury 3, I can probably charge free and have +2 strength from Beast Handlers. And the Gladiator and Bronzeback both threat 12.
Yeah, so it's scary. Like, even those 2 on my Sea King under Grim's feet would probably do it, which is kind of scary. So I need to make sure I catch everything in this list, which puts Grim
very far forward.
Very far forward, but at defense 16, camping 2 or 3, I feel like I should be safe under my feet. So my plan is Grim's going to walk up there, catch everything, Warbeast, Turtles, Caster, Archidon, everything matters in this list under his feet. And we'll go from there. So we're still just talking. So my plan is to, instead of vortexing the turtle, I'm going to, like I said, I ambush the ambusher's top side. They're going to run. And one's going to run through the forest just within 2 of the Archidon. Grim's going to shoot the stupid ambushing lookout dude. And it's going to pull the Archidon 2 inches closer, which I thought was pretty cute. It allows me to kill his Archidon because I feel like it's the only thing next turn under my feet that can contest the zone because it's currently speed 9.
Yeah, and by zone, you mean your zone with the objective in it.
Yeah, my objective zone.
Not the circle zone, because there's plenty that can contest that.
But no, I mean, like my square zone or rectangle zone, it's the only thing I think next turn can contest it. So I need to get rid of it, jam it, do something to it, so it cannot get my zone next turn. I can score on Evan's turn, which then puts the pressure on Evan very quickly. So, doing all the proxies, Grim goes. Grim's going to walk up here in a minute. He's going to have to feat here. He walks up to that proxy base. He feats.
Throws out that vortex.
Hits my my lookout in the back. Pulls it 2 inches closer. Grim's going to shoot.
Yep, you boost a shot into the Archidon.
So if you don't see Grim, Grim's just behind that house. You see his little pistol gun. That's where Grim is right now. I missed the Archidon, even under my feet and boosting. I hit my pig tufts. Okay, too bad because I wanted the 2 extra inches.
Yeah, you want to bait the line.
So now I don't get my 2 inch reach. So only my 4. So I'm like, okay, cool. I measure the War Wagon because I feel like I'm going to need as much as I can on this Archidon to try to kill it. My War Wagon's in. I probably got a little too zealous here. I should have thought of this a little more. I'm like, oh, my War Wagon's in. I'm just going to go for it. War Wagon goes. Charges. Impact attacks. Kills my pig. Impact attacks. 3 dice because the War Wagon's amazing. Hits because of Grim's feet. It's only PAT 14. Armor 16?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's dice off 2. Does a little bit of damage. Charge attacks. Hits. Unfortunately, it slams. And I just totally messed up my whole play with my Sea King.
That said, you do kill it, I'm pretty sure. Do you not?
I leave it on a few boxes. Because
Oh, yeah. But you still...
Unfortunately, I slam into the turtle, which is good. Leaves on like 9 boxes, but now my Sea King's out, so now I have to shoot it with my War Wagon, which the plan was originally. My War Wagon was going to shoot the clumped up dudes in the back.
Beast Handlers?
Beast Handlers, hopefully they kill him. So it's a power 17 on the dude. It's a +1. Leave you on a few boxes. Well,
spray.
I got to spray you down now, too. So I spray. I hit.
Hits exactly.
And then it's just like, cool. I need to somehow power 12. I need to roll. I need to roll average, I think. And I was able to pull it off and kill her because I just rolled 11. We were doing the math because he was supposed to take 2 less damage from the bomb.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, Force Aura now.
But
doesn't matter. You rolled an 11. He's dead.
Yeah, I rolled 11. So Reaper 3 away, which was another mistake because I should have Reaper 3 into the zone. But it's okay. It keeps my War Wagon back. Nothing can get to it. A turtle could walk there and get to it, but I don't think a turtle can kill my War Wagon under stone.
Under stone's pretty hard.
So now you see here is I'm measuring out a run for my Hooch Hauler. It's not what I wanted to do this turn with it.
So originally you wanted to move the Hooch Hauler before Grim. Why did you change that decision, or did you just forget?
I also didn't want to get countercharged.
Okay, that's fair.
Grim's feet doesn't stop countercharge on my turn. It doesn't when he pops
right.
it. But I just didn't want to have that chance to get countercharged, and just like, okay, now I have this war piece.
Now you have a Bronzeback in threat in your feet.
In my feet, like in threat of Grim walking.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I can't afford this. So it basically just runs and tells the zone.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it will survive. This Braylen just runs and jams a derp turtle. Hopefully it's going to be enough where you can't move the derp turtle anywhere closer to my zone or try to get into my zone. I don't know how it would happen, but you never know. So I'm just now taking shots. It's POW 17, dice off a lot. Don't really do many money boxes. The cannon aims, takes a shot at the derp turtle, doesn't do anything. It's POW 16.
Yeah.
The stone now walks. So before the stone goes, I actually have to roll on the Sea King because this is another awkward position. The Sea King's back here where he was supposed to be up where the Hooch Hauler is. Having a Sea King there is a little better than having a Hooch Hauler because the Sea King threats a little more and does a little more damage. Because I feel like if my Sea King was there instead of the Hooch Hauler, your caster would be a little threatened. Like, not much because you can jam me with the friggin' turtle. That's cool. But I feel like having a Sea King in your zone is a little more terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with his range attack. He has a pretty good range attack, poison. And you're living. So it's POW, it's a POW 13 poison gun, but I feel like it can still do damage.
Yeah. He has to hit with it a little, which is a little rough against Xerxis because he's def 15 most of the time.
Yeah. So now I'm measuring out a run for my Sea King, a Royal, and a run. So 2 of my models run this turn.
Yeah.
Sea King is on
Sea King is on the proxy here, not where he's standing, which is on top of the objective. Yeah. He just can't fit there because of the house
amount of number of large bases we have. Stone walks, pop aura, gets 1 back. Feralgeist over by the clock is just going to run where he's within 12 of your zone the following turn. So just in case if anything happens, he can get into your zone.
Yeah, makes sense.
The only thing that can kill it is Stranglehold by your caster. So that's my turn.
And his stick.
Okay. Yeah, and your stick. Yeah, that's my turn.
He has a
set
magic
up for
stick.
a feat. I'm hoping to score 1. He would have to kill 3 large bases, I think, to drag it into my zone, which I think is impossible under my feat turn without him charging. So, Evan, your plan, what do you do?
Well, I mean, Grim's this far up, and I have a feat, so I'm going to try to kill him. Basically, my plan is Xerxis is going to activate. He has to activate first to feat, and then I get a boosted paralyzed shot from a Krea. You have no way of shield guarding or preventing it, so I can just try to do that. It's boosted with Signs of Importance needing a 12. But as a backup plan, if the paralyzed misses, I'm going to abandon the trying to kill your caster altogether, and I'm just going to go and try to kill battle engines. And also in case of that, I try to throw a stranglehold on the Sea King just to prevent him from being able to kill me. So the idea is either I can go with Xerxis feet, try to land a Stranglehold on Grim to throw extra damage in. Or I can try to Stranglehold the Sea King to make sure I don't die next turn. So I have to make a choice here. None of my War Beasts are really going to be able to do anything this turn other than just protect Xerxis. Like, they're going to be able to run in front of him, and that's it. Thankfully, they're pretty durable. Feet goes. I hit the Sea King. It's dice off 10 under my feet. I do not do any damage. So I'm down to 1 transfer. The Sea King is not Strangleheld, but I'm going to go for the Paralyze anyway because I at this point I need to, because not only is that Sea King well within its threat range, I just don't have an option now. I need to kill Grim or I'm probably going to die to a Sea King. So, Paralyze lands, thankfully. So Grim is not moving. Or not dodging at the very least.
Yeah,
it's
defense
5.
16 goes to 5, so it's 11 defense swing.
Woo! Turtle, gonna go in. He's gonna do all his melee attacks on the Hooch Hauler just because he can. Might as well get that damage in while he's here. He's the ignited one, so he's because I did upkeep of Ignite. So he's dice -1 for most of his attacks because of all of the tail attacks. He's also gonna dial up the gun. First shot with the gun out of my 2, I roll 3 dice. 2 of them are 6s, so I keep those ones. Does 9 damage to Grim. You opt not to transfer. Second shot also hits, does 4 damage, which you opt to transfer. Okay, first turtle only got 2 shots. Well, he'll finish buying his attacks onto the Hooch Hauler, put some more damage in.
At this time,
I believe he gets left on about 6 boxes.
Yeah, you leave me on 6 boxes after all these attacks.
And then after that, I'll activate the other battle engine and get its shots into Grim. Grim only has 1 transfer at this point, and I need to do, you have 17 damage? Yeah, so I need to roll 2 8s in a row.
Which is pretty good on 3 dice. Dropping whatever dice you want.
No. It's dice -3. I need to roll 2 11s in a row.
Yeah, 2 11s. Sorry.
I need to do 8 damage with each.
So right now you're doing everything else. So
yeah.
you're killing the lookouts on the side.
Yeah. I believe that might have been the
No, you killed another lookout.
Yeah. So this is I get my independent spear attack against Braylen. So he goes and stabs Braylen, does a couple damage.
Leaves me a 1.
Then I start shooting up the gun. Only gets 2 shots. Or sorry, I murder Braylen with the tail first. And then I get 2 shots on this one, a little bit riskier. So now I have to roll 2 11s in a row. First shot, boxcars. Okay, I'll take it. Sounds good.
That's twice.
And the second shot, I roll a 10 for damage. Grim is on 1 box now. I have no other attacks that can go into him. So I have to play the attrition game now. Grim, at the very least, is going to be running scared. I can prevent the Sea King from getting to Xerxis by just shoving all my heavy war beasts in front of him and throwing an Agonizer behind that. And then the Sea King is going to have a lot of trouble getting through that just because the Hooch Hauler has no way of clearing that out. And the Sea King himself doesn't like having -2 to damage rolls. Or -2 to
No, it becomes
strength.
armor 21. POW 21 of this chain goes to POW 20.
19. -2.
-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
+1 from the stone. It's 20.
Anyways.
Whatever. POW 20. I don't know. Let me check now. Gosh, go.
Anywho. So yeah. Basically, initiating plan, run everything in front.
20. POW 20 gets under your aura plus stone. Yeah, so yeah, I was scared. I didn't think you. So if you didn't stranglehold the Sea King, you stranglehold my caster, you kill him, or you force a tough. If you rolled more than 2 shots for each of your things,
I probably get
probably kill me.
But hey, none of those things happened.
Laying the paralyze was huge. If you didn't land the paralyze, I think.
Well, yeah. If I don't land the paralyze, I don't go for this plan. It just isn't the thing I do. So yeah, Agonizer hides behind the objective, gets gnawing pain. He's basically there to keep the Bronzeback alive, or at least make John spend more fury to do that. Gobber is just going to run around and contest his own, because he's not doing much on his own. Beast Handlers are going to spread out, make sure they don't get AoE'd to death, be ready for next turn. Top side, this Krea is going to go and bite a dude, I guess. Thanks to my feet, it doesn't matter that he's out of control, because my control range is the entire table.
So good.
He kills a dude. Yay! Krea murder party. Unit of Beast Handlers stays where they are. They did their thing. And now it's John's turn. So at this point, you score 1 for your zone, because at the end of my turn, I did not contest.
Correct. So my turn, the minimum 1 or 2, so I'm going to definitely score my turn. Grim needs to GTFO. And then my plan here is hoping... I thought about killing the Warbeast in front of me. Warbeast and Turtle. Well, it takes a lot. And then I died to 2 Warbeasts. I plan on trying to go for Scenario, which is like clear the top zone and score my zone. But I remember there's also an objective. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Maybe I can score 3 this turn, go to 4-0, and put a lot of scenario pressure on you. But if I do that, it doesn't save my Sea King. It dies to a Warbeast. Just 1 Warbeast.
It dies to the Bronzeback.
1 Warbeast.
Only the Bronzeback, and only if the Bronzeback survives this.
Yeah, so if I have to go for the scenario, it survives. Yeah. My Sea King can't kill your Bronzeback though. That's just it's just the trade. I can't do it. On dice, it just doesn't happen. So I'm like, kills a turtle with a little bit of help from some other stuff. So first things first, my caster took a pot shot. He walked back behind the wall, took a pot shot at the objective, did some damage. 2 points of damage. Camping 3. I can't cut. I can't heal because I need transfers. Yep, I'm pretty good camping 3 right there.
Yeah.
Behind a wall in the zone, armored 17, defense 20. So, yep, let's do it. Hopefully I can score 3 because I'm going for the scenario play. Now we're just talking about slamming the Krea out of the zone, how it will work, how it would look. Because on the mountain attack, I do slam. I'm just talking to Evan my plan. I'm like, okay, cool, I can do this. Figure out this. Move the Seeking, and maybe my Thumper Clue can hit the objective. I'm like, cool, I can aim when I hit the objective. I gotta worry about counter charge here too. Because if I move anything and I don't engage, or if you're not engaged anything, you can still counter charge. That's pretty, so I have to engage you. So first things first, Wagon goes up, impacts attack, hits. 3 dice. Hits all the impact attacks. Slams you 3 inches. Sweet. Cool, you're out of the zone. I think that's the only thing in the zone. Next up is my guns. I'm like, well, I want to put it into this turtle because I need to kill this turtle. So POW 17 off 5. Arm 22.
Sorry, what?
POW 17.
Oh, with the gun, yes.
Yeah. Arm 22.
Arm 20.
Arm 20. So off 3.
It is not in a Force Aura.
So it does a bit. Puts a little bit of damage into it. It was nice. The Sea King, there's a lot of proxying with this thing now. I want to make sure I can fit. So many huge bases. I'm just so glad I found all these small ones. I can just walk up there, get 2 inches in and my 4-inch stick to wherever the hell I want with my face facing towards the turtle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently POW 21 minus 2 goes 19.
Goes to 19.
And
your stone has not activated.
Yes, it has. Stone has activated. It's still just 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case.
Yep, just still 19. So
never mind.
And my fist goes from whatever. My fist goes to something too. My fist is minus 1 POW. So it's 18 goes to 17.
Yep.
18 plus 1 goes to 19. Yeah, 17. So, yeah. So here we go. I'm rolling. Hit
this
the turtle.
is on the turtle.
On the turtle. Chain hits. Plus 1?
Minus
1.
Minus 1.
Yeah, because I'm 20. Man, so good. Just a bit. I miss my fist. Cool, which kind of sucks. Now my chains all have to hit and all kind of have to do above average damage to kill you. And I do make it out. I pull this out with my Seeking. I needed 6s in the last one. I rolled a 7. So, cool.
Yeah. You have 4 Fury on him.
Correct.
So if you don't want to buy anymore, because
Correct.
then Grim can't transfer.
Yes.
Which would be a problem.
Very. War Wagon's just like, cool. I'm going to move. Because I'm like, I don't have to aim. It's an objective. Double ones miss either way. So, go to the objective within 8. It doesn't affect my mount, though. After Evan told me that, I'm like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, because it's only the strength.
So, like my big gun, Quake gun on there. Hits. POW 17 on the objective. It knocks the 2 models down, which is kind of cute.
Yep, knocks down the Agonizer and the Bronzeback.
POW 17. Off 1 does 5 more. Done like 7 damage to the objective so far. Spraying. I hit. I do a few more points of damage. 1 more point of damage, looks like it. Spraying on the 1 war beasts. I POW 12. Do a couple points to it. Yeah, I'm trying to score 3. So like I gotta kill his objective. So I'm just okay, cool. What's next? I got the Hooch Hauler. Well, I guess the Hooch Hauler would do some work. So I'm looking at how I want to position my Hooch Hauler. I'm thinking about how I want to position my Hooch Hauler. 2 spray 10s. POW 16 boosted oil. So I told Evan both my arcs are on your Bronzeback in front of me. So I can do both sprays through you. Big AoE on the objective. Hit the objective, obviously, hopefully. It's a POW 16 boosted. So it does pretty good damage.
Ends up killing it.
POW 8 boosted the rest of the things. Because it's blast damage and they're oiled and on fire. So it's kind of cute. At this point, my Hooch Hauler is only at 6 boxes. So I'm just kind of like doing as much work as I can for the 1 turn. Just spraying things down, hopefully to hit. I missed the trench dude. POW 12 boosted because they're on oil. Do a bit of damage. Kill 4-star dude.
Agonizer.
Yeah, which is kind of nice.
Non-pain, not 4-star.
Non-pain. Second one, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just do it again. I hit. I put the one in the trench on fire. POW 12 boosted. Pretty good damage. Almost take it out of his mind. I think I did half the damage to this Bronzeback in front of me with the fire.
It's around 14 boxes.
Yeah, so I did pretty good damage with the 2 sprays and the boosted blast damage. I'm checking if my gun has any range to anything, and I do not because I can't see the caster over this house because the house is. We declared the house was bigger that you can't see.
Yeah, it's 5 inches tall. So
it
more
runs
than 5 inches.
6. Yeah, fun. Next guy, Feralgeist, is going to run over here. Just be within 3 of my Seeking. Turn my models around so they're facing the right way, and I'm just trying to put things back on the basis so it looks a little better on the table. And I'm like, okay, Evan, your turn. I score 3.
I'm like, okay, so it's 4-0. I have to score at least like 1 or 2 points here to prevent you from just winning next turn, and I have to prevent you from scoring at all. I can charge this turn. Great. So my plan is to kill 3 battle engines, or rather 2 battle engines and a colossal. Bronzeback's going to do the majority of the work into the Seeking. I also have still a Gladiator and a Sentry in behind that can do stuff. So they're going to do that. So Xerxis is going to put up Ignite onto the Bronzeback. It's going to stand up, riling for 1, and the Xerxis heals it for 1, or will, once it's his activation. After that, the plan is to kill the Hooch Hauler. It has 6 boxes left. Which means, if Xerxis charges it, the Lamenter goes to POW 17, which means he only needs to roll a 10 to kill the Hooch Hauler and do the 6 damage left, and then he can sprint away. Puts him a little bit in a precarious position if he has to buy any more attacks, or if he doesn't kill it at all and has to sprint away. So I decide the most important part of this to start is that I have to heal the Bronzeback. So I do that. Then I'm going to charge to where the proxy base is now. Hopefully I kill the Hooch. And then if I do, I'll ignite the Bronzeback. Because otherwise, if I don't get it, it's not worth spending that 2 Fury to ignite the Bronzeback and then probably die. So I'm just going to camp instead. I do the impact attack, only hitting the Hooch Hauler. Doesn't do any damage. However, the charge attack finishes it off, thankfully. And I get the ignite, I get to sprint away, and I get to be just fine and dandy. Bronzeback is going to activate after the Beast Handlers go. The Beast Handlers enrage both the Gladiator and the Sentry, move base to base so they can get free charges, and one of them moves up to heal the Battle Engine for a couple points, gets 3, which is nice. The one that moved up to the Bronzeback is going to remove a Fury. He probably should have enraged him for dice even, because the one attack, which would do on average 5 damage, is not as good as the extra 2, 4, 6, 8, the much more damage you'll get from Ignite, because that +2 is spread out across a bunch of different attacks. So I should have enraged it, but whatever, we're here now. Heat of the moment, you kind of make those snapshot decisions that are sometimes not the most optimal. Bronzeback just starts going to town. I get some pretty good damage rolls to begin with, but they do swing around and come back. I do get some 1s and 2s in there. Near the middle, as you can see. And at the end of the Bronzeback attacking the Sea King, he has maybe 7 or 8 boxes left. Not a whole lot, which is just enough for the Gladiator to charge on in for free and kill him with his last attack. John's intention here was to actually put the Feralgeist into the Sea King. He forgets, but it's probably better that he didn't, because the Gladiator still has 2 more initials and 4 Fury, so the one attack onto the Sea King wouldn't have made a huge difference. It's probably better to keep the Feralgeist there as a contesting piece. Sentry goes in, sneaks around the Siege Turtle, just starts plugging attacks away into the War Wagon. Probably should have activated the Turtle first to wrap around, get out of position, make some attacks, and then the Sentry can go in and also get its Shield and Tusks. But we don't. Little order of operations fumble there. But Turtle gets to go. Starts making some tail attacks. These ones are going to be dice -3 because the War Wagon is under the stone. So, dice -3. We get some. We get average rolls here for the most of it. Thankfully, average rolls are enough, and after the billion attacks that the Siege Turtle has, it ends up taking out the Hooch Hauler, I think, to the box.
Yeah.
A bit of a close call, but good to have that out of the way. I didn't have any more attacks after the Turtle that could go into it. I have a bit of a mess to deal with. Oh, Gobber runs. Bit of a mess to deal with on the top half of the table here. Oh, the Krea runs to contest, which is important, so that John just doesn't win next turn. He makes an attack into the cannon. It misses. This Krea forfeits action to move, walks into the zone, and this unit of Beast Handlers is going to spread out as best as it can, try to get around the forest and into the zone in such a way that the Hooch Hauler can't just impact attack, kill them all, and make it difficult to clear. Also going to get a charge in on the last remaining ambusher. It does not hit, and that's the end of the turn. All in all, I only end up scoring 1 point for my zone. Thankfully, I prevent John from scoring. I might have. It might have been a better decision to just run all of my Beast Handlers into the bottom zone and score that. Although I might not have killed the War Wagon had I not enraged the Sentry. Better positioning could have prevented that error, but that's kind of the theme for this game at the moment, so we'll go with it. So, John, it is your turn now. What is the plan?
Well, we started with 7 huge bases. We're down to 3. Yeah, I've lost quite a bit. Good portion of my army, over 80 points, over 75% for sure of my army. 80% of my army's gone. I got one Wagon. I got a cannon crew that's engaged, and Feralgeist, my caster, and the stone unit. Not looking good right now. He pretty much pulled a huge momentum swing. Like I said, if I lose, like I said last turn, if I went for a scenario, I had to like hopefully he didn't kill everything for me to have a chance, but he ended up killing the Sea King and the 2 battle engines. I see the Hooch was at 6 boxes. It was going down no matter what. But the other 2 was surprising. I thought it was going to be one or the other.
Titans, they get work done.
Titans are good. So I'm thinking. I don't have much time. Under 20 minutes. But unfortunately, like I'm in a position where I need to make a winning play here, I think. So I took a free strike from the one model in my zone. Krea, you can't really see behind the house. I toughed. Didn't really want to tough. They're just running. That's the whole plan. I stay outside counter charge range. So the other 2 are just going to run. So my plan here was run this thing to the zone. And Evan's like, oh, you can take a free shot. I'm like, I'm not in. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just put it back here. Okay, so I just put my model down. So I'm just like, I kind of rushing because I know I got a lot of work to do this turn. But also, like, if I do enough work, I could maybe win it. I miss Man Trap. I need 7s.
Yeah, the Runebearer Man Trap misses. You
deviates and it deviates away too.
His magic ability 6?
Yeah.
Not bad for a spell slave.
Yeah, so I missed by 1. Needed a 7. So I was like, okay, too bad. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, how do I manage to figure this out? Yeah, it's a lot of think tanking right now. Like, I lost a lot last turn. If I had one more of them back, maybe it would have helped. But at this point, I'm just kind of figuring out.
Yeah, I think if you had one more of them back, it would have to be the Sea King, and there's no way I'm letting that live because I have 3 heavies there.
Yeah. Yeah, even the bottom War Wagon wouldn't be that bad. It would just do more damage. I got like another power 16, power 17, or something.
You get to attack the Siege Turtle.
And Arcane Fire if I have to. I don't know, just stuff. I might be able to go for Assassination if I had another one back. Shoot your caster with a lot of stuff. I don't know. He's camping 0?
No, he's on 2.
Is he? Okay, he's just hard to tell. The turtle covers it all. So, I'm doing some proxying here. So my plan here is hopefully my War Wagon can hit the Krea. Is it the Krea up there? I don't know what you're up there.
Yes, there is a Krea behind the War Wagon.
So I'm hoping to hit this Krea. So it slams it. So it's within 13 in the right direction so Grim can see you. So I can shoot it. So Grim can kill it. And then have my...
Yeah, as you're about to see, we do some proxying here to find the correct position for the War Wagon to slam the Krea at such an angle that it stays within Grim's gun range so that it can be killed.
Yeah, so the first thing is proxying to see if I can slam me out of the zone. And I can slam me out of the zone, but I still need to roll 3. So I need to roll a 5 or a 6, which is kind of...
Yeah, on a D3 you need to roll 3.
Yeah, it's not great odds. So I decided that isn't the way to go. I think the better odds was slamming you into Grim's gun range so Grim can shoot you with his gun because it's power 13 gun. It would be dice even. And I can boost it because I have no War Beast anymore, so it doesn't matter what the hell I go because, like I said, this is an all-in plan. So I go down to 0 fear either way. So I'm just doing a whole bunch of proxying. This takes most of my time because, well, I got to do it one way, and it has to happen this one way. And if it doesn't, the game's basically over because I have like War Beast in my face. And once you contest my zone, I can't do anything. And this is all hoping to score the top zone, but I still have that War Beast in my zone I need to deal with. So like this is like not a sure thing at all. Like this is low. So proxy goes under. Glad we got them. So my it's gonna walk and turn its facing. So it's facing the zone.
Yeah, so it'd be facing back towards John's side of the table, basically.
Yeah, so I'm going to go there. Slam you there. Now I'm like, okay, cool. Does that slam me outside Grim's gun range? Evan comes over and makes sure it's good. Evan says it's good. I'm like, cool. They're going to do that. But I'm also going to have my stones charge this dude, hopefully, to kill it. So I'm like, okay, let's do this. I have a chance to do this. Need 6s. All right, defense 12. Oh, 13.
12 on the Krea.
Yeah, need 6s. Okay, it's going to go there. It's me. Need 6s. Let's see if I can hit this. So the plan is to hit this, knock it down. Okay, never mind.
Rolls 4, misses.
So no slam. It's not going to go anywhere. Cool.
So you still have the spray in the gun.
I have a spraying gun, so I'm like, now I have to use the big gun.
So you're going to plan on spraying the Beast Handler.
Yep, spray the Beast Handler big gun on the Krea now.
So spray needs a 6 to hit.
Miss.
Also rolls a 4, is going to miss the Beast Handler.
Okay, so I'm like, okay, my big gun on the Krea, I hit that. It's power 17. It
does a ton of damage.
Leaves in like 4 boxes.
Yeah, 3 or 4, something like that. Very low. Pig Ambusher charges, stays within the Beast Handler's melee range, and hits. Dice -6.
And leaves you on 1.
Yeah, leaves it on 3, I believe. I think
Okay.
after the gun it was on 5. After the stab it's on 3.
Well,
it's not healthy.
That doesn't help now. So now Grim has to play a different game here. Try to score 1 point at least.
Yep.
So I'm going to do a knockdown gun on the guy, the War Beast. I hit. It's knocked down. I want to do a man trap and that thing. I hit. Exactly. Eclipse him. It's a POW 12 on the guy directly hit kills. POW 6 kills. I should have boosted. I just wasn't. I'm a little flustered. I was hoping to hit that 6 and things would be a little different. I would have a good chance of maybe clearing the zone. So if I hit that 6, basically what happens is the War Wagon would use its AoE 5 on the guy that's closer to me, and it would drift nowhere and clip it and kill it. So right now I'm moving my stones, but as I was moving it, Evan's like, stop.
Yeah.
But like,
so I thought that was his final position. It wasn't,
yeah,
and then
so,
I let you finish the move.
Yeah, so I'm running this. I'm charging the stone. So this is what stone was charging to contest or running to contest your zone. So I moved it, and I was measuring how far I moved it. And as I moved my one hand, I was like, stop. I'm like, what? Like, what
anyways, so yeah, he ends in the zone.
He's still charging.
Still got a counter charge
I have no
because you
weapon.
don't have a weapon.
He hits, and I tough. So I'm in the zone. Okay, cool. Next up is it popped +1 strength, which is huge because if I would have died, it would have been a little different. My stone members are charging this Krea, who's knocked down. I get 4 on you. I did a little bumping, but like we just
you can
precise
make it.
measuring
Just
all 4
make
in
sure
there.
everyone's actually there.
And this other guy, I measure the 1, it can actually fit right there, not a problem. With a proxy, it's good. They all auto hit. They're all power 11 because it's stone. I think you have like 13 boxes left or something, so it's dice off 4.
First charge roll crushes it. The second one kills it.
Yeah, which is really good. I'm like, cool. That's awesome. I get 1 more point. Like I'm gonna be 5-1. Like this is good. 5-1. I was hoping to score the top zone, which would have been like game. Would have needed 6-1. So going back to that top zone. So what would happen if I hit the push? It would have pushed the Krea enough so Grim would shoot you up. You would be knocked down, so anything but, so I'd boost it. I would shoot you with POW 13. I would boost it. Needing dice, I needed 11 to kill. No, I needed like 9 to kill you. Not even. But either way. And then I would have fully boost man trap on the dudes, which would have killed both of them. And it would have left me on 0, which doesn't really matter. And yeah, it would have left me with my War Wagon trying to kill that one guy behind the forest with my AoE 5 and my spray. Which, it's a Hail Mary, I think. Like, dice has to happen.
Yeah.
It happens. I feel like I had a decent shot at winning. I got a good start.
Yeah. At this point, you're just measuring to see where the Feralgeist is.
Yeah, I got the 1 model left, the Feralgeist. I thought about like running it over here to where this proxy base is, so it'll stop your dude from landing anywhere, so I can't get in the zone. But I'm like, I can't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything. I'm like, okay, cool. This is all I got. Feralgeist goes here. I'm pretty sure Grim's dead to stuff this turn, so we'll find out what happens.
So,
fire rolls.
do some fire rolls. one goes out, one doesn't. Bronzeback frenzies because of course it does, and murders the stone. So I cleared my zone. Yay! So at this point, I'm like, I'm not gonna kill Grim. He's behind a wall. I have nothing that can really do that reliably unless I want to roll boxcars with a turtle. I'm just gonna put a turtle in your zone. It's impossible to kill for you because you have nothing that will deal with it. I'm gonna use the Gladiator to go kill the War Wagon, and I'm gonna sit pretty, scoring my zone, keeping Xerxis safe. So the plan is just keep on with attrition. Make sure that I don't, die to something stupid or lose on scenario to something stupid. So I run all the beast handlers into the zone so that they can score it. So I'm getting up a point. I'm going to get up a point from my own zone. And I'm going to contest every zone. Unfortunately, not going to kill the objective. I just think it's better to put shots into dudes. Continue to just do damage to things. Also, rolling 2 shots didn't help. Maybe if I had 3 or 4, I could go after the objective at dice -3, see if I could spike a little, get it, but not worth it with 2. After this, I'm just seeing where to go. I debate if I go up with Xerxis, I boost it a Stranglehold on a Feralgeist, and then I try to kill Grim over a wall with a Gladiator. And I think the attrition play is just better. There's nothing John has in his list after I kill the last War Wagon that can threaten my caster. And there's nothing that Grim can really do scenario-wise anymore after that, because the only zone he can really score are the circle ones, in which I have heavy war beasts, and he only has a stone unit to clear them out. So I'm feeling pretty good at this point. I'm just going to play it safe, kill the big scary things, and continue my attrition game.
Yeah, that one turn was a huge swing. But I feel like it put a lot of pressure on you. Just going up 4-0 is always scary, especially against Grim. Has a lot of control. Yeah, so he just goes in to do some damage to this Hooch there.
Yeah, he's only dice -1 or 2, I think. You're armed 19, so dice -1.
Yeah.
After the ignite is thrown up there.
Yep. It's
just gonna punch it to death because he's a Titan and he punches stuff to death. That's his job.
It's insane. Dice -1 and dice -2, right?
2 dice -1 initials, 1 dice -2 initial. Kills it after
really good.
I think the full stack. Maybe he has 1 Fury left. These beast handlers are gonna go charge the ambusher, anatomical precision kill it. My Krea also frenzied. It didn't do any damage to the War Wagon because its body is out. Unsurprising.
Yeah, you basically locked up the victory.
Yeah,
this
I'm
turn.
just tidying up, making sure I can't lose on scenario or get assassinated. John's pretty low on clock, so if he does want to try to pull a win out, he has to do something pretty crazy and figure it out quick. So I ship the clock, score my points, all John.
5-2 scenario, top of 6 right now.
It would be
top of 6.
5-3.
5-3.
5-3. Because I scored the bottom.
Oh yeah, 5-3. 5-3. Yep. So that's 2 minutes to do something. It's basically just me rolling dice.
I think your decision was, screw it, I'm going to try to kill a turtle.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, cool. Everything just charges the turtle and see what happens. Well, it doesn't mean charge it. Actually, just walk because they're facing the wrong way.
Yeah,
Grim can't take any fury. Gets 1 from the kill from the Sea King, but he takes 3.
He takes it all off the
takes
stone.
3 off the stone because he can do that.
Yep.
Leaves the stone with 1, so the stone can pop 1 strength aura. Grim charges. POW 12 on this charge.
Goes to 13.
Woo! I think it's POW 11 goes to 12. Either way, that's off a lot.
And
I do absolutely 3 damage total out of all my attacks after boosting them all. Yep.
We agree after that the turtle, well, A, you clocked, B, the turtle will just be like, tail smack, dead.
Oh, man. This game was...
So it's very over.
Yeah, very over this game. It was very fun, though, seeing 7 huge bases on the table.
7 huge base game.
Bit of a cluster.
Yeah, a little bit. Grim list, definitely pretty scary. I think this new Xerxis list I'm trying out has some game. Gonna try playing it some more. And yeah, so be sure to check us out on all of our social media, that being Facebook. We individually each have Twitter. I believe we do have Twitch. Not sure if we're going to stream anytime soon, but you know, when we do, you'll be notified. So it's worth checking out. And yeah, we'll have all the links in the description below, and we'll see you next time.